Hey everyone, welcome to Worth It Repairs, and today we're repairing an iPhone 16e. We're doing a screen replacement. First, we'll power down the phone and grab our P2 screwdriver and remove the two screws from the bottom before we heat up the screen. I wanted to point out, if you're unable to power down the phone, you'll have to go through the back and disconnect the battery, but I was able to power it off, so we'll get the screen heated up so then we can pry it on. Heat it up on a heating pad for about 10 minutes. While we wait for the screen to heat up, I'll show you the part, and I got my part from mobilecentrics.com, and you can definitely go on there and order yourself, but I am no affiliate with them, so as I'm sharing you these parts, consider leaving me a super thanks. It'd be much appreciated for telling you where I get my parts. The screen comes with pre-cut adhesive, which you're going to want to use to hold down the screen when you're done with the screen repair. And it also comes with a display IC chip, and the display IC chip is soldered to the screen and allows the screen not to show a screen message, but we're not going to do that in this video, and it'll work and function just fine without that IC chip soldered in. Alright, so grab your metal pry tool and pry at the bottom, and now the screen is too hot to touch. That means it's ready to pry it off. And if you like what I'm saying there, I got a funny shirt on my merch shop if you want to wear a shirt that says too hot to touch on it. Once you have your metal pry tool underneath, you'll want to grab your plastic pry tool and pry the remaining part of the screen off once you get a little bit of a lip on it so you can get the tool underneath the screen in the first place. The reason why you want to use a plastic pry tool is because the battery's still connected. You don't want your metal tool sticking in and shorting out something inside the device. So use a plastic pry tool while prying off the screen indefinitely. Be careful prying up by where the camera is. You don't want to damage the camera and cause Face ID to stop working, so be as careful as possible. And then once you got it open, then you can open it up from the right to the left, and it opens just like so. Grab out your Y000 screwdriver and unscrew the two screws that are highlighted in yellow to get the screen and the proximity sensor disconnected. Once the brackets are unscrewed, you can grab some bended tweezers and then lift them up from where the screw side is and then slide them out just like so. If you guys are watching this video and just learning how to repair something and you want to learn how to repair more things, subscribe to my channel. I have hundreds of videos and check them all out. I have fun ones as well too, more than just guides. Now we'll disconnect the screen with the flat end of our plastic spudger, and the same goes for the proximity sensor. Once that's removed, we can grab out our Y000 screwdriver and remove the screws holding down the proximity sensor on the old screen. We're going to use some alcohol to get off the proximity sensor off the old screen, and then we will use some heat as well to get it fully off. And I didn't have the heating part in the video because I didn't have time to set up my camera during this repair process, so I apologize. But yes, use heat and alcohol to get off the proximity sensor. Use a plastic guitar pick to work your way around the edges of the proximity sensor. Be as gentle as possible. You don't want to break anything and have to buy another part for your phone repair. And the proximity sensor used to be attached to Face ID. I don't think it is anymore, but it used to be, so I would want to be as careful as possible because you don't want to lose Face ID. As far as I know, that if the proximity sensor breaks, you'll lose Face ID. On all the older models, it was like that. I don't think the iPhone 16 is like that anymore. When I did a test with the iPhone 16, the original, it didn't lose Face ID when you replace the proximity sensor. But if your proximity sensor breaks and you lose Face ID, or you don't, please leave a comment below so then we know. So we're going to reinstall the proximity sensor onto the new screen and get this thing tested before we put it all the way back together. Before we lay down the new adhesive, we want to clean up the edges, all the adhesive on it, so then the phone will be water resistant, and also It will help keep gunk out of the phone and keep the screen on at the same time. Lay down the adhesive and then push around the edges of it to make sure it's sticking down all the way. Connect on the proximity sensor of the screen, then lay down the brackets and screw them down with the Y000 screw. Turn it on and test it. Test Face ID, test phone call. Make sure the screen goes black when you go on a phone call, and then it lights up again when you move your head away from the phone. It's what the proximity sensor does. And then we'll grab our adhesive tabs and pull the adhesive and clamp it all back together. And if it doesn't turn on and you're having issues getting it to turn back on, you might have turned it on while you're repairing it. And what to do to fix that is try to do a force restart, which you quick press the volume up, quick press the volume down, and click and hold the side button for 15 seconds until you see the Apple logo. If some reason you don't see the Apple logo, you'll have to take off the back to disconnect the battery and reconnect the battery on, and then plug it in to turn it back on. And once you have it on, then it should have the Apple logo. But if it doesn't, just leave me a comment below and maybe we can help out in the comments. Email me, mark@worthitrepairs.com, and maybe I can help you out with the repair, and you can send me your device and I can help you repair it. This repair was definitely worth it. It's just as easy as the iPhone 15 and the 16 and the 14 and all of the other phones. It's just like them. They are all the same. I just made a video of the same thing.